All right, well, the project for today is going to be engine oil and filter change on this MX5200 Kubota. I chose the Kubota branded engine oil and oil filter for this project. I'm not going to go into details why I chose Kubota brand, but I did. So the oil filter for you guys that are doing this same project is a HH164-32430, and I chose the 15W40. I could run the 10W30. But I've used 1540 and other things, and I really like to stay with that 1540 on a lot of diesels if I can. So the project itself is pretty straightforward. You just drain the oil, you put the new filter on, you're good to go. The pan on this tractor is kind of unique, or interesting anyhow, in that it's a two-part pan, and it's got two drains. There's a drain on either side, and it's split in the middle. I guess that's the front drive shaft. So the drive shaft kind of goes through the pan. The good thing about this is this engine, according to the book, has almost 10 quarts of oil in it, which is pretty big for my catch pan. So I'll drain one side into my catch pan, and then I'll dump my pan, and I'll come back and drain the other side. So that's kind of a handy thing. So the oil drain itself is pretty straightforward. And over on the right side of the tractor, we'll see that the filter is pretty easy to access on this tractor as well. And it's just sticking right there off the side. You don't even have to open the hood or anything to get to it. So that's going to be kind of handy. And that's just a screw off filter. So, you know, your typical unscrew it, oil up the new O-ring, and screw the new one on. After it comes into contact, 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn, and you're pretty well set. So I'm going to get on that, and if I run into any problems at all, I'll show you guys. Otherwise, this is a pretty standard one. All right, well, here's how I'm filling it up, and you can see now that I do have the hood open, and in fact, I took off the that cowl on the side there. That's that plastic piece laying here, and to remove that, you've got a wing bolt that holds that one piece of plastic on. I would not have to do it to access the oil fill plug, but I'm going to be changing the fuel filter on this, and I would have to remove it to do the fuel filter. So I'll just go ahead and take that off to get it out of the way. But this is the plug. This is the oil fill plug. Of course, it says oil right on it, so pretty easy to identify. And again, you can see where that's at in relation to the filter. It's right there close. So long spouted funnel, and I'm able to fill over top of the loader arm pretty easily. Pretty much room to work in there. All right, you see I got the plug put back in there, and you can see it is a little bit hidden behind some lines. But again, it's pretty easy to get to. These lines are very flexible, so they're easy to move out of the way. I bought 11 quarts. Just again, the manual calls for 9.9 quarts. So I figure it's going to take 10, maybe an extra one to have on the shelf just in case. So I bought 11, and actually I only used 8. And I went ahead and changed the oil and filter. Put in like 7 quarts. It was looking pretty good on the dipstick. Ran the tractor for a couple of minutes, shut it off, let it drain down again, and ended up using 8 quarts. Brings it right up. Now here's where your dipstick's at. This is on the left-hand side of the tractor. You can see here's your starter. So in relation to the starter, your dipstick is right here. And I've only got one hand available here, but we can pull that out and see that it's right up to the top. You may or may not be able to see that. So 8 quarts is actually what it's going to take to do this project, guys. They could have rerouted those lines a little bit differently to get them out of the way of that dipstick. But anyhow, that's it for this one, guys. If you like this video, click that thumbs up button. Hopefully I helped you with this if you're working on your MX5200. If you want to see more videos of me working on this thing, I'm going to be changing all the oil, or all the fluids and all the filters on this thing. So click that subscribe button. You get to see those videos. And until the next video, guys, keep on tinkering.